Get in here. As you know, this is a pre-recorded video, or audio that is. Get in here. Long time no see. You already know, it's your tech princess, your favorite host. Welcome to another exclusive edition of Crowns and Tea with your favorite mean girl, your fabulous, most sweetest tech princess, envy me greatly, baby. You heard me. And as per usual, that was djbeats.com. And I will drop a link down below in the description. Okay, you guys, so welcome to the audio version of Crowns and Tea podcast with your host, Envy Me Greatly. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day by the time this broadcast dropped from the clouds, darlings. It shall arrive on Friday, basically. All right, so this is going to be a relaxed live because I'm not going to inject too much social humor into it because it's really like not a joking manner, basically. All right, so individuals basically, just keep their ears peeled to these YouTube streets, darlings. And individuals basically were speaking about how they purchase a product. Some people chose to upload short snippets or whatever, and they weren't like done in like distasteful manners. They were just expressing, their experience when it came to Pangea wash in the reviews, plus more. Give me a second, I haven't set up all the way. And that's a remarkable thing. So whether individuals are going live or what have you, I still like to sometimes just do it as though we're having like a normal, a girl chat, basically. So I know individuals are used to me, being all animated today. Well, at least for this broadcast, it's not one of them days, darlings. Okay. So today's not one of them days that I wanna. Y'all know Brandy, huh? All right, so let's get into the shit. Pangea wash reviews, Wednesday, September the 14th, 2022, written at or around 12:05 p.m. So I start off by saying Pangea Wash is a company which have had many complaints in relation to customer service, communications, and or product shipments. Individuals have voiced their concerns because they either received late responses or not a response at all, darlings. Make it make sense. First and foremost, individuals should always be aware of product availability, what's in stock, or what products will be placed on back order. Individuals can utilize scanners or other methods which allows them to track their inventory. It doesn't take rocket science. Come on, guys. Let's get on the same page. So it doesn't take rocket science in order to utilize scanners or other methods which allows individuals to track their inventory for their uniquely designed business. So back order simply refers to shipments which are not readily available or in stock for distribution. Generally, it's always wise to inform your customers, i.e. consumers, i.e. your clientele. Let them know whether or not their desired product or products will be on back order, which gives them the opportunity to continue the checkout or select products which are readily available for order shipment that are normally located in a warehouse. Individuals can have a regular warehouse, or the warehouse can, you know what I'm saying, basically, and be at their business. When you say business, sometimes people lease offices, so that's called commercial. Generally, I already read that, excuse me. Communication is key as it pertains to any given kind of order placement and or shipments. Also, for the sake of transparency, individuals do not want to knowingly or unintentionally trick or deceive prospective or current customers or their clientele, because then you get into murky waters. So give me one moment and I'll take a brief pause so you can let that sink in. So doing so, whether or not maliciously or if it's benign, is known as deceptive business and or trade practices. Neither is good no matter what type of business you're operating. So ignorance of the law shall be no excuse. If certain products are not available, provide alternative solutions for your customers. You can also, as I've stated, inform your customers in a timely manner, which allows them to select other products which are available for shipment. Issue an immediate refund or a rain check. I'm not sure if individuals are still doing rain checks or whether rain checks are popular in modern times. However, when it comes to any form of remedies, as a small business owner, you never want to, small or large, but large individuals who already get it when they're running a real legitimate business, you never want customer service issues to snowball out of control to points of no return, darling. So that's what the point of it all, and that's what the gigs is. That's what the gig is. The gig is when consumers launch complaints, it's bad for business. And word of mouth, you guys, you see it in these YouTube streets. Word of mouth is very powerful, whether it's in the YouTube streets or in that thing we call reality. All it takes is one or more bad complaints. And vice versa, because when individuals receive excellent customer service, they're going to do the bragging and they're going to be like, hey, you should check this spot out, or you should check this merch out, or this product out. So word of mouth is extremely powerful. So you might want to keep that in consideration, which most legitimate businesses, they obviously keep it in consideration, darlings. So moving along. Individuals indicated they were unable to track their orders. So if individuals were given false tracking numbers, that would first of all be unethical, illegal, and deceptive practices. Now we're not sure whether or not individuals were in fact given false tracking numbers. But what's for sure is that it's a few individuals who will be like, oh, we have XYZ for sale, and they're able to trick the prospective buyer, i.e. the consumer, i.e. your clientele, into fake believing that something is on, you know what I'm saying, it's out for shipment, but in reality, they have no intentions on sending you the merch. And I really should have used, damn, I should have used that sound effect, basically. So you can't deceive customers like that. So order tracking, deep fakes is what I also refer to it as. Individuals indicate that their products are out for shipment, and in fact, individuals are given a false tracking number. So if they try to contact like UPS or something, it's basically they're gonna be like, we don't have this on our truck. So make it make sense. We're not saying that's what happened with this company, but it happens with other individuals. That's why we try to encourage people to be very mindful in these YouTube streets, because there are a lot of scammers, pimps, and prostitutes out here, okay? Darlings, not the pimps. In any event, individuals didn't necessarily raise concerns about the products themselves or itself. Rather, it took forever and a day to receive their products. This is one of many reasons individuals should carefully assess whether or not they are capable of keeping up with distribution prior to launching any given type of business, men or women. So you can do this by running a test trial prior to public launch to ensure you're capable of keeping up with order requests. Test trials can be used. There have been a few times YouTubers invite individuals on their channels, Sydney with the candles, in order to discuss products. We're just gonna push Sydney in there. Hey boy, hey Craig. Hey boy, hey. Does cross marketing and networking. So let me take a pause right here. So Craig had this friend, he's chilling, minding his business on this wonderful, thoughtful Tuesday. He invited this guy named Sydney to his channel. Sydney, I don't know if it was planned for him to let people know that he make candles or whatever. Just let it be known, you guys. Once individuals start ordering, and I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, because Craig, some of his people do not like to wait, darling. So they probably start ordering the products well before the fucking live even ended. And Sydney, obviously, look, y'all. Just say that Sydney was not prepared, and he wasn't prepared for the orders, and we're like, Sydney, what were you thinking, darling? Jesus. Jesus Christ. What were you thinking, Sydney? I guess Sydney not like he ain't on his brewery shit. Bitch better have my money. Well, not without the products. But Sydney couldn't even fulfill the orders, y'all. So we haven't received a recap on how Sydney's candle business was going. So we'll just move right along to the Pangea wash reviews plus more. So let me continue. When enough influencers or YouTubers open up their audience to you for purposes of supporting your business, prior to accepting invites, it's wise to ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to launch? Y'all get it, huh? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to launch? Cut it. So if you're not even ready to launch, you can do a pre-launch. So that'll basically let individuals know first come, first serve. But there should never be a time and space to where individuals are placing orders and they're not even able to place a back order because the products are not available, darling. So that's the point that we're getting at. Okay? Ooh, somebody take away the... Yeah, I'm gonna go bananas when I get this sound effect machine. All right, let's continue. Let me repeat this. When enough influencers or YouTubers open up their audience to you for purposes of supporting your business, prior to accepting invites, it's wise to ask yourself, are you ready to launch? Order placements can occur prior to lives even ended, as I've just stated. How's your management, warehouse, and or logistics teams in relation to order fulfillment? When and if you're definitely sure you do not have a lot of products in stock, bare minimum, make a disclaimer. First come, first serve, you guys. So get your order, not your roll on, get your orders on. So the moment you realize certain orders cannot be fulfilled in timely manners, notify your customers immediately. So if they're not contacting the YouTuber or subscriber, the YouTuber or influencer who invited you to their shows. That would make sense, darling. Cause you know one thing about black people, and I think Karens be bad too. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, darling. And then they'll start bothering the influencers or the YouTubers. We'll say influencers because the YouTubers are not really influencing shit in the motherfucking YouTube streets. It doesn't take rocket science to figure that shit out. Let's continue. Without the seller language envy. Okay. So you can let them know first come, first serve or whatever. So once the products are gone, i.e. Sydney and the candles, they're gone until you are able to, you know what I'm saying, make more available. So the moment you realize certain orders cannot be fulfilled in timely manners, you really want to just basically just be honest, because honesty is virtue, okay? And so is patience. So what's the reasonable time, you might ask, as it pertains to notification or notifying your clients, consumers, and clientele? Generally, people would say about 24 to 48 hours. 72 hours isn't too overboard. However, it is like stretching it when it comes to providing feedback to your customers. So, however, It's basically wise to be mindful. So as you begin to know your clientele, you'll know, like, if some of them just chop, get to chopper style. Trina say, gets to the bags, baby. So you can basically use your best judgment. So anywhere between 24 to 72 hours, you damn sure don't want it to be over 72 hours though, darlings, because that's bad customer service. I'm just saying, not even big businesses operate like that. Unless they want to motherfucking go out of business. I don't know what I'm just saying. Cut it. Okay, we're at the 15-minute mark. So let's continue. What's your communications team looking like? Meaning, if you're too busy or if other things come up, do you have a team leader? Do you have communications director? Are you greedy when it comes to profit? Meaning, as any given types of businesses grow, do you truly fake believe you can run a one-man or one-woman operation, i.e. show? Logically, it's not ideal. Bare minimum, consider hiring a director of communications, even if it means a +1 added as your staff member. Also, as a real business owner, you truly don't want to deal with customers unless you're thanking them. So we see individuals when they own certain type of businesses, sometimes they will just like take their little customers off guard or whatever, and they'll come out of the, you know what I'm saying, the woodworks or whatever, and they'll just like, thank you for, you know what I'm saying, being a patron of our establishment. And when that happens, they're really shocked because sometimes they don't even know what the owners look like, darlings. So black people could truly learn some things, darling, but that's neither here nor there. So that's why others come in handy, because you don't want to be wasting time having to deal with the customers directly unless you really have to, or unless you're just showing every once in a while, hey, thank you for your business. Other than that, leave it up to your team. So your sole focus should really be consist of accounting. Focus on the accounting, baby. Make sure the math is mathing. So if you suck at math, you want to hire a real professional. So you also want to ensure a swift turnaround. You want to make sure that management is up to par. You want to make sure that operations are running smoothly, effectively, and efficiently, darlings. It doesn't take rocket science. On the contrary, as stated, as your business grows, having a small team make your job as a business owner a little bit more easier. So for the most part, if you suck at communications, you shouldn't have contact with your customers. You got some people, I don't know what time your product's supposed to get there. If you suck at communicating, bare minimum, like basic communication, you do not want to have any type of fucking contact with your customers, okay? All right, so now we got that out the way. I mean, this is an example. Caller, I'm calling about a product I still have yet to receive. What's the hold up? What's taking so long? Or they might be like, what's taking so damn long? Y'all can't control how the customers respond now. Sometimes you're going to have some rude customers, and sometimes you're going to have some customers who are, you know what I'm saying, more demure, darling. Cut it. Customer service, we're going to say CSR, customer service representative. We're going to use it the old school ways, sweetheart. How you doing? Okay. I don't know, let me see. Hold on for a minute. And y'all don't see some of these black businesses was upside down. I don't know how long it take. Let me see. Hold on. That is not the proper way to respond to customers. And y'all know y'all have been there before. And I know when you've been there before, would you go back? Would you spend your shekels and your hard-earned motherfucking wages going back to receive absolutely subpar customer service? Nope. Make sense. So the correction, I apologize for any inconvenience you experience. Can you verify your order number, phone number, name, and address so I can pull up your account? So the customer would then say, not verbatim, but just this is an example of the flow. So the customer verifies the necessary information. The CSR, thank you. One moment, please. Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold? Prior to placing you on a hold, the number you verified, is that a good callback number just in case we get disconnected? So you don't want to be reading from some fucking teleprompter or fucking script, you guys. You don't want, you don't want to do that. You do not want to sound robotic to the customer, even if you are reading off a script. Thank you. One moment, please. Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold? Prior to placing you on hold, the number you verified, is that a good callback number in case we get disconnected? You got to put a little bit of emphasis in your voice. Don't be so animated, because you have some people like to get straight, SS, short, simple, and sweet, baby. So the customer replies and says yes and yes. Some of them might say, yeah, or whatever. For the most part, you want to get them to say yes. You want to get them to say yes. Oh, was that a yes that I heard? And they'll probably repeat after you, yes. Because you know sometimes people say, I ain't ordered it because you ain't hear me agree to it, because they be like, no, get them to use yes or no. You want them to get straight to the point as well. So then the CS rep would say, we're going to say it's CS or. Perfect. Thank you. One moment, please. So the CS or verifies order and customer information. The CSR discovers the order was shipped out for placement. The CSR verifies tracking information, or the CSR can provide customer with the tracking information. Did y'all get that? You can either provide the customer with the order tracking number so they can track the product itself, and always try to do that is the first go-to. Or you can provide the customer with the tracking information. That way you don't have to track down the order. And that's called order tracking. So then you have to place them on hold. Then you have to reach out to the delivery company. And then you have to verify whether or not it's out for shipment. So I always encourage the customer to follow up in relation to order tracking, because 9 times out of 10 it's automated. And it also reduces the hold time. So that's the amount of time the customer is left on hold, basically. So the CSR would basically be like, thank you for holding. You always want to thank the customer when they've been holding, and you never want to put them on more than a 1 minute to 2 minute hold. Thank you for holding. I show your order has been shipped out on XXX. You're going to verify the date. Do you have paper and a pen so I can provide you with your order tracking number? Perfect. You see how I say, oh, perfect. Provide the information to the customer and encourage them to use the automated method in order to track their package, darlings. Cut it. CSR. Thank you for choosing. Always say the name of the business, darlings, because believe it or not, a lot of people don't use business cards. I would still recommend using a business card, because individuals have a tendency, especially women, they have a tendency to just keep up with it and put it in their their purses. We don't know if the guys keep up with business cards in their wallets, but business cards still are useful to this day in time and space. Thank you for choosing and say the name of the business. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? So then the customer be like, yes or no, or maybe so. So the customer is like, no, I believe that's all. Or they may be like, no, I believe that's all. All right. So CS, and I'm not being funny, because people, depending on where they come from, they may be like, no, or they might be like, no, I believe that's all. People talk different depending on who you're speaking with and interacting with, okay? So that's why I'm not doing it to be funny. But y'all know when y'all get some, you can tell when you get a ghetto customer. But you still treat them with the same amount of respect. So that's the part that I'm getting at. Even if their attitudes are funky. But if their attitude's funky 9 times out of 10, and we get this from Asian communities and other black people and white people as well, just refund them their money. Refund them the money. Don't sit up there and go back and forth with people, because you don't want them to sit up there and try to ruin your brand and or business based off of, miscommunication. So, and we're not saying everyone is going to be like that, and obviously it doesn't matter where people come from. They can be rude. You know what I'm saying? So respect begets respect. But if you ever come into any type of situations and there's a back and forth, just end it immediately. It's about solutions. It's about solutions, and it's about basically coming to a common ground that's fair for both sides, basically, because the customers are not, y'all know, the customer's always right, not necessarily, but you always want to remedy and just knock it out. If you don't go back and forth, you just kindly refund them their money, give them their money back. Cut it. So obviously, these are you're not always going to be able to predict the call flow or whatever. So this is just bare minimum basics, basic examples. So then the CSR can be like, "Thank you, have a great day." Wait for the customer to hang up. Wait for the customer to end the call. Wait for the customer to hang up. Wait for the customer to end the call. Don't rewind. I repeated it, you guys, because you have some sheep and zombies. So sit up there. They'll listen to a 3-hour broadcast of you saying the exact same thing, not even realizing it's on replay. So obviously, all customer service calls will not run the exact same way, nor will they be smooth. Also remember, if customers speak in a low tone, you want to speak in the same tone which the customer is using, so they can clearly understand you and as well as hear you. If individuals speak loudly, you don't necessarily have to speak loud as well like this. However, for those with hearing impairments, they may ask you to speak up just a little louder so they're able to hear you. So it doesn't necessarily mean scream as if they're stupid, slow, and dumb if they have a hearing impairment. For those with hearing impairments, they may ask you to speak louder, so it doesn't require you yelling. Also, when and if customers have challenges, you don't want to, how you doing, Foxy Brown? You don't want to talk to them like they're stupid. Do you have a paper and a pen you can pick? You don't want to talk to them like they stupid, slow, and dumb. Because individuals can receive that without even having to see your face, basically. So just because individuals cannot see you, they can pick up on stuff. No differently from if you're attempting to sell a product which you yourself isn't knowledgeable about. You can tell, we call it a snake oil, so they can't even answer. You be asking about the product, they'll be like, I don't know. Well, what kind of ingredients in? I don't know. And baby, make it make sense. Would you want to spend your dollar at that type of establishment or business for that matter? So when in doubt, never hesitate to place customers on hold to get an answer. I don't know isn't a valid response nor answer. So you never want to be like, I don't know. Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know. I'm not sure. However, I can get that answer for you. Could you hold on for one moment, please? You see how it's more smooth? Yes, it sounds cheesy and corny or whatever, but when it comes to customer service, you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want that customer smile on the other end of that phone, darlings. Especially if you want returning customers. So moving along, many individuals have a habit of sounding robotic because they read from scripts. Generally, I end the call or I hang up. Nobody. Have you ever just listened and you don't know if it's a human or if it's an iRobot? Hello, can I get your? Can I speak with you for a moment? I would like to let you know that our company is offering additional products. Or so I just be like, click. Wow, I need a dial tone thing. Just hang up the phone. I need that type of sound effect. Cash App envy me greatly. So yeah, I just had to add that one in real quick or whatever, because sometimes people will sound robotic like this or whatever, and it's very annoying. So normally when people call me and if they're trying to sell something, I hang up the phone if they're speaking like that. I'm like, I'll be like, are you a human or are you an automated system or whatever? And when they're human, they still sound like they are robotic because they are reading from a script. So it's no different from if Sleepy Joe is reading from a teleprompter. If he can. How you doing, DC? Okay, so let's get to the meat and the gristle. So this is a recap. Pangea Wash customers indicated they enjoy products, but customer and communication sucks. Individuals filed complaints, numerous complaints, you guys, with the Better Business Bureau. Some people are under impressions when they don't opt in i.e. to the Better Business Bureau, that they cannot handle certain type of complaints, and that's absolutely not correct. They just have a different fashion in which they'll try to, 9 times out of 10, if they have time, they'll try to encourage the business to go ahead and close out the complaint or whatever, because once you get numerous complaints, they're snowballing out of control. That's like an escalated issue. So as it relates to Consumer Financial Protection, or the FTC, these are one of many alternatives which can be used for complaints. Only utilize certain type of more important offices if they're even operating. Hello, how you doing? I'm just kidding. I'm teasing them. Only utilize more important offices for more egregious financial scams or complaints. And we're not saying Pangea Wash was a financial scam or complaint. We're stating that the customers reported that there were some issues with them spending a lot of money on products that they did not receive, and they were being lied to, said that the orders were going off a shipment, only to realize that the orders were never like placed on a truck for delivery. So the FTC isn't an investigative unit. It's more like a tracking unit, basically. So that's FYI, so that these individuals who are in these motherfucking black YouTube sectors can stop wasting other people's time. Okay? When and if complaints are serious in nature, law enforcement can also request assistance or whatever, so they can reach out to different agencies, offices, or departments. So as for Consumer Financial Protection, each state should have a unit which deals with complaints. Depending on the state that you live in, generally that would be the Attorney General's office. So let's move forward, darlings. Multiple, like hundreds of complaints against Pangea Wash were launched. Customers indicated they ordered hundreds of dollars worth of products which they never received. And individuals weren't just ordering like, oh, here's $25, here's $35. No, because some women, they know, hey, they want to be on stock with things or whatever. They don't like to run out of stock or whatever. So people were placing hundreds of dollars worth of product that they never received, and it took them either a long time to get their money back. Some of them probably forgot that they placed orders, which even if their customers forget that they placed the order, if individuals go back to check, you know what I'm saying, their records, and if they realize they don't have that product, you still have to fulfill that order, basically. So give me one moment, and I'll take some time to read just a few complaints, you guys. And be socially just like mindful, whatever. Even if you're a speaker, even if you were affected by. And see if we want to be dirty, like bloggers who are really dirty, they'll be like, the Pangea Wash scam or whatever. No, we're going to say even if you've been affected by the Pangea Wash or whatever, be respectful and mindful. So embrace Pangea. Individuals said this product isn't even worth. Oh, wow. Hold on, y'all. Individuals complain sometimes that the website was not working. So individuals stated that the type of complaint type, problems with product and service, 8/14/2022. I placed 2 orders with Embrace Pangea on 6/5/2022, and they put something that's redacted. And on 6/10/2022, I have requested a refund multiple times and refused, saying to have 60 days to ship. Child, I'm reading it how it's written, y'all. It is now 8/14/2022, and they do not answer any form of communication. Their web page no longer exists, no activity on their social media pages, and phone number does not work. I also noticed a high number of some similar complaints being reported to BBB and other websites. So I'm not sure if Pangea Body Wash even is underneath BBB or whatever, but you can still see, you can still attempt to file a complaint with them or whatever. But like I said, there are other offices for that. And once again, we're not, if it's issues that you can get resolved, but the way that people saying, can they even get in touch with the owners? I've read complaints, but I haven't seen this one. Okay, let's continue. This was written 8/13/2022. And y'all, we're in September the 20th. I ordered some products from them in April, waited 60 days like their policy stated, and never received the products. I reached out to them for a status on the order, and they stated that my order is set to be shipped out with the next batch of shipments. Weeks passed by and I still never received the product. On July 23rd, I submitted a request for a refund. I followed the proper procedure and I still have no her. It's not her, darling. But it's okay. It's a little typo from them or gotten my refund. Today I go to the website and their shutdown implies that a relaunch is coming. I just want my money back. So I'm going to skip down. We're trying to see if we can go to some older complaints. Majority of these complaints are coming from August, so we're not sure what happened between like a year up into the August, but individuals, they say if they have not been receiving orders, you guys. August 7th, I placed an order May 23rd and didn't receive any update, so I contacted them regarding my order, and they contacted me on June 11th and said that my order was in the next batch to be packaged. So I waited a whole month with no update and contacted them on July the 10th. No response. Then July 24th, no response. And my last time contacting them was August the 5th. And of course, no response. This is ridiculous that this company that's black owned does this but promotes themselves like they're doing good for their own. I want my money back that I spent on a product that I'm sure I won't get. Wow. Okay, you guys, let's see if we can get to another. Okay. This is from July. People wrote long paragraphs. Okay. July 29th, 2022. I placed an order with this company on May 6, 2022. I have reached out to the company several times for an update on shipping. The response has been computer generated without any resolution. I have asked for the items purchased as well as a refund for the items. The company has not responded to the request and has not shipped the items. The website did not in any way express that the items were out of stock or that there would be any delays in shipping. Since I placed my order on May 6, 2022, the items I ordered has a $10 increase, and I believe they don't want to ship because I ordered my items at the old price. I have paid for the items and I would like to receive them, or I would like to receive a refund. And that would be rightfully so. All right, you guys. Y'all better watch out because that's okay, so there were 109 total complaints in the last 3 years against Pangea Wash. 76 complaints closed in the last 12 months. So those complaints, 9 times out of 10, they're probably closed because they actually shipped out the products to the customers or they had to refund the customers. But there are still currently 109 total complaints within the last 3 years. Once again, recapping, 76 complaints closed in the last 12 months. The business response rate, 20%. So that's in regards to the customer complaint summary. All right, you guys. All right, so that's the amazing thing about this wonderful entity that we refer to as the evolution of technology. But even prior to the evolution of technology, the word of mouth, as I stated at the beginning, was just as powerful when it came to individuals not being completely satisfied with customer service or products, basically. Okay, we have to keep it non-biased in these YouTube streets, and obviously you didn't see other things drop or whatever because we're waiting to see if more stories are going to change. Whether they're mock or fake is good for business darlings. So that's why I haven't completed the other episodes. However, they're already I haven't broadcast the episodes, but they are already complete, meaning they're written out already. So you guys see the title. Pangea Wash Reviews, written Wednesday, September 14, 2022 at 12:05 p.m. And you also are able to see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, darlings. And these are important questions to beg. You're officially tuned into Crowns and Tea podcast with your host, Envy Me Greatly, Q&A, in which to beg questions. How important is your morality, ethics, and integrity in relation to business? And it shouldn't be in the eyes of the beholder, because when it comes to real business, you always want to make sure that you're delivering the products that your consumers, i.e. your clients, i.e. your clientele, have purchased. So we're at the 40-minute mark. I did not know they would take this long, whatever. Excuse me. And writing it didn't even take that long. So y'all just imagine when you're going around doing all kind of things to people's channels where they're not able to sit up there and broadcast their shows, darlings. And we're not saying that it came from this, like, because we don't know this lady. We've seen her. We don't know her or whatever. Individuals were real rude for businesses. It doesn't matter what type of business. No matter the color and the creed. Money spends the same way. And that's why customer service and ethics and integrity is important. And so is communication skills as well as interpersonal skills. And if you're not, look, if you like emotional intelligence and you cannot set aside your feelings or whatever, you never want to deal with people, basically. So how's that for customer service? If you're not able to do it, let somebody else do it, and you'll have to pay them for that or whatever. So good teams are very imperative. So that's the point that I'm getting at. This has been an exclusive edition of Crowns and Tea with your favorite mean girl, your fast so sweetest tech princess, Envy Me Greatly. Proud, suspended, and permanently banned from Twitter, you guys. And now I got a jet, and y'all already know what it is and what it be, darling. So I'll be back. Now I gotta get out here. Bye. I got a jet. Not get flued out 50. Not that part, darling. Hey, Barbs, hey! Long time no see. You already know. It's your tech princess, your favorite host. Thank you for tuning in to Crowns and Tea, you guys. By the time this episode drops, it's going to be pre-recorded. You heard me. So